we can dance a little in here, man. Little Johnny Gill.
Well, I used to have I have a slamming tape, but I ain't bring it. Because I do my boxing.
The more slamming, the better. I sure can't fight for the radio in this place.
Yeah, he got bait. He got fucked up on him. Can you get his hands and knees?
Yeah, I guess so.
Not like this, can you?
I imagine, because they're already tied in a knot. Somehow they get in there. We'll see. I don't think he would have taped. I got him on here.
Yeah, I saw him on there.
Referee Jim Molyneux bringing the fighters together. Chuck Hull in running down the records of the fighters. Mentioned Carl Jones' one loss, and his only loss took place in his third professional fight back in 1983. He lost by decision to a pretty fair contender, Fred Hutchings.
Fred Hutchinson, a very acceptable opponent because he was big at that time.
So Michael Nunn in the blue. Record of 13-0, 10 by knockout, and in the black trunks, Carl Jones, 23 years old, out of Los Angeles. Nunn has excellent boxing skills, not a knockout specialist, although his KO ratio is impressive. Likes to use much movement in the ring, and here he goes. Looks to circle and backpedal, flick the jab. He's very elusive.
He's supposed to be a very fine fighter who doesn't knock out people with one punch, just sort of wears them out. He's a quick puncher. And people in Las Vegas and out west here very high on this young man. Prospect of his future is very bright. There you go. Now we're looking at a guy who's got fast hands and fast feet.
Get that right hand, Mike. Come on, get that right hand out of the face.
Bring your toes. Get out the inside, Mike.
Nunn likes to dance, which has led to stamina problems. He has become winded in the later rounds of the bout, and he has run out of gas, but he's a technician who rarely gets hit.
And should we think that it's an easy fight he's in, Carl Jones is, they claim, his toughest fight, and tough, because this is one of those kids, he's 16-4, but he comes to fight, and he can put you out with one punch.
Mike, you stop punching your move. Get off the rope.
Oh, big left hand, and Nunn is set down. Now, according to Nunn, he had never been knocked down.
Well, having said that he can do it with one punch, he must have hurt us because he let fly that one punch. And here is Nunn, who has number 14 written on his trunks, in trouble.
Move, Mike.
And Nunn stepping it up against Jones. So Michael Nunn, the 22-year-old from Davenport, Iowa, now living in North Hollywood, California, coming in as a highly regarded prospect, is put down here in this opening round. We're scheduled for 10, put down by Carl Jones.
Norman Henry, the manager of Carl Jones, said he's willing to take this chance because he thinks that Carl Jones has been underrated and he belongs with good competition.
Don't hang up. Go, Mike. Get out of here. Move, Mike, move. Don't stand there.
And we had mentioned earlier that Nunn is one who rarely gets hit. But Jones having no difficulty. Final seconds, first round.
Jab, jab.
Yesterday, buying an IBM XT was a good business decision. But today, the Tandy 1200 from Radio Shack can give you the same power and performance for about half the price. The 1200 runs the same IBM XT compatible software, is backed by a company
with the fight doctor, Bernie Pacheco. Michael Dunn in the blue and Carl Jones in the black. Not only had Nunn never been down before, but he had never been hurt in a previous bout.
Well, that's what you call learning the business. You got to see what a fighter's got after he goes down. Does he come up fighting? And he did. He came up, he survived the round. In fact, he was winning that round toward the end, although you have to give it to Carl Jones.
Michael Nunn, the southpaw, in the blue. Carl Jones in the black trunks. Jones, 23 years old, from Las Vegas. His last fight back in October, he came up with a 10th round TKO of Kevin Perry that he says was his toughest fight.
Well, right now, he is giving a boxing lesson to Carl Jones. He's got a very fast hand. He's got an accurate jab.
Get up them ropes. Jab, jab, jab.
Wonder if he's going to get over that habit of putting the number of his expected victory on his trunks. There's 14. He's had 13 and 0. Boy, he's putting a load of Kanahara on.
There you go.
That's a new one. Have you ever seen that before?
Kanahara?
No, that's good.
Off the rope. Get out of there.
Let's see, Las Vegas time.
There you go.
It is just past 11 in the morning. It's kind of a strange time for two guys to be in the ring fighting each other.
He's gonna do that, Mike. There you go.
Jones is getting hammered with Nunn, but Nunn's punches aren't really sharp. They're so fast that they aren't hard, whereas Jones, knowing that he can load up and put this guy down on one punch, is willing to take those little bitty bad punches to land his one big hook as he did in the first round.
Give him the rope. Get off the rope. Bring that uppercut there.
And when you look at the records of these two fighters, Michael Nunn has had a couple of impressive victories. He stopped veteran Mexican Marcos Geraldo in the 5th round, and he won by decision over George Amparo, another experienced hand.
Wonderful combinations on the part of Nunn. I think his left-handed stance his southpaw stance is confusing Carl Jones quite a bit. He just doesn't know what to make of that right jab that keeps popping in there.
Get out of there. Move.
Be interesting to see how many left-handers Jones has fought before this, because he is totally bewildered. He doesn't know where the punches are coming from.
Jab, 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 jab. There you go.
Nice left hand by Nunn, who has come back strong in the 2nd round.
There you go, big guy.
Today's small cars are tougher than ever on oil. Their high-compression engines not only rev high, they can run hotter than regular small car engines. Their searing heat can begin to break down an oil immediately. That's why there's Castrol, the only leading motor oil that in every grade provides maximum protection against viscosity and thermal breakdown. So use Castrol before your engine does something to get you heated up. Castrol, engineered for today's smaller car.
We're not a company, but outstanding people come to us every day. People who want to make a contribution to a team and do work that really counts. People eager to see new places, do the unusual, and find the unusual. People who become your friends for life. People just like you. We're not a company. We're your country. We're the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the Army. We're the armed forces. It's a great place to start.
I was brought up to be very careful about the medicines I take. So when it comes to hemorrhoids, I put my faith in Preparation H. Preparation H helps shrink delicate inflamed hemorrhoidal tissue. It often relieves that frustrating pain and itch for hours without the anesthetics which some brands have. Anesthetics which may cause irritating reactions in some people. I'm careful about medicine, so I put my faith in doctor-recommended Preparation H.
In And the corner, Carl Jones, his trainer, Perry Smith, with some strong words of advice between rounds.
I'm afraid he didn't need that advice. What he needed was what to do with his left-hander. I mean, how do you block these right jabs? Where do you circle to? How do you move around? He's standing right in front of him, standing straight up. He's not bending down. He's not giving him movement. So the guy's got a heavy bag right in front of him. He can do anything he wants to, and that's what he's doing.
Mike. Keep peppering. It'll happen, kid.
That's over and over again, we see the corner story tells the tale. Nobody instructs these kids what to do. And so all they're doing is saying, step in there, do better. Well, do better is not good enough. How do I do it?
Yeah, we just heard that echoed from the corner. Step in.
He's too
Carl
far
Jones
away.
was told, right.
He said, yeah, but I've got to eat that jab on the way in. What do I do about the jab? Nobody's telling him to bend down. He's got to bend and come in punching once he bends.
There you go.
He's got to give movement. He's got to move either to one side or the other.
Get out there.
Michael Nunn in the blue has stepped up the pace after he was surprisingly put down in round one by Carl Jones in the black trunks. And Nunn now looking very confident. He's counting punches as he lands.
Nunn is fighting like there's two fighters that I saw that didn't have a punch that just obliterated everybody. Muhammad Ali was one and Luis Rodriguez was the other. That's the way they fight. Just bop, 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 bop. Pretty soon the other guy gets so tired he goes down almost from frustration. But you don't think he's going to knock out anybody with the kind of punches he's throwing now.
Keep that head moving. There you go.
Occasionally, Jones will get the left hand in, but it's all Nunn. Flicking the jab and on his toes and in constant movement.
Strange, all none or none at all.
You are too deep for me at this hour.
It's early in the morning on Las Vegas. What else can you talk about?
Now we're coming up on 30 seconds remaining. And this third round is scheduled for 10.
Dancing feet on the part of Nunn. He just barely touches the canvas. He is a thing of beauty. If you like speed and fast boxing, reminds me of Willie Pastrana. He just glided along, bipping and bopping until he finished the fight.
Look that up. Get him out of here, that jab all night, Mike. Get him out of here. Body.
It's been target practice for Michael Nunn
Up already, Mike. Keep
throughout these last two rounds.
Keep working. Pepper. He's blinking, kid. There you go.
Welcome back, Brad. All those trips you made paid off. The Avcon people just called and gave us the project. Check your top drawer. There's one more trip I want you to take. Aloha, Brad, and thanks.
When there's something special, people know it.
I've heard creative people are miserable money managers. On the contrary, my IRA from Metropolitan Life provides a tax deduction now and a generous retirement income.
IRA? MetLife?
They guarantee all the money I put in, no matter how much.
MetLife sells IRAs?
Maybe you should get one.
With what I've got, I don't worry about such things.
What's that?
A pretty face.
You'd be better off with an IRA. Get Met, it pays.
This is the home of the world-famous Clydesdales. It's a symbol of a long tradition of quality that goes into making Budweiser. Along with the finest ingredients and beechwood aging, Budweiser is brewed with a special touch of care and pride. No other brewer has such a tradition of quality to live up to. But then, no other brewer makes the king of beers. After all, this Bud's for you.
Marv Albert back in Las Vegas, where earlier we saw Robbie Sims stop John Collins at 2:46 of round number one. We are now watching a scheduled 10-rounder with middleweight prospect Michael Nunn going against Carl Jones. You saw the first 3 rounds, rounds 4 through 8, a bit on the tedious side, and we are being generous with that particular assessment. Let's pick it up, though. Now, here is round number 9. And this is round 9. We have heard many intriguing comments from the corners during the course of this fight, but the capper in the corner of Michael Nunn just a moment ago, Nunn was said, now, I don't want to see any bravado acts of bravery.
Don't play games with Mike.
See any acts of bravery. And Dunn said, you don't have to worry about me.
Mike.
I intend to run the last 2 rounds just like I've been doing.
Look at that. Look at that.
I've heard people saying, don't fight this guy. Don't get brave.
1, 2, bing, bing, hook right.
I don't want any acts of bravery.
There you go.
Rather flowery way to put it.
Away, Mike. Get out of there. There you go. There you go. Good, Michael.
This crowd has been very compassionate because Nunn has gone through this type of fight in the past and has heard the boos in Los Angeles.
I don't think that bothers this guy. I think he's preparing himself for a major league career, and these are his training fights. He certainly is a fine defensive fighter. Look at this corner. Just playing, and just having fun with this guy.
There you go, big guy. Bring that up behind that hook.
But he has to have more than that if he's going to be in the major leagues. He's got to develop some kind of punch. He's got to develop some kind of offense that'll win fights. When he's in there with a tough guy, he can't get away with this.
Can a punch be developed?
No, what you can do, though, is begin to throw it more seriously than he's throwing. He hasn't thrown a serious punch. Nothing hard. Everything has been intended just to hit the target. There has not been a punch with knockout intention thrown in this fight by Nunn. None. That's another great one. None is done.
Get off them ropes, Mike.
It's good. Freddie, this fight and the weather have gotten to you.
Move, Mike. Move. 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 Use that middle of that ring.
Nunn's boxing, though, is designed to score points. And he did have a terrific amateur career. And you can understand why. Winning 168 of 176 fights. And what a berth as an alternate on the 1984 U.S. Olympic team. Narrowly beaten out by Virgil Hill, who ended up with a silver medal.
Get off them ropes.
It must have been some fight, because this guy should be a tremendous amateur fighter. That's what he's fighting, amateur fights right here. You're seeing an amateur fighter who has not gotten rid of the amateur, I need to just touch him to get points technique. He's got to get into being a pro somewhere along the line.
Get out of there. Don't stand there for a move, baby. Get out of there, Mike, and move.
Coming up to the end of round 9.
There you go, Cam, move. There you go.
In Alamance County, North Carolina, Honda lawnmowers are assembled from the wheels up. Beginning with the Honda overhead valve engine, each precision part is fitted and assembled to exacting tolerances. Then, the final critical step that determines whether a machine will meet the Honda standard. The Clara Johnson test. If Clara pulls and it starts, it's a Honda.
Ship it.
The Honda lawnmower. It's easy to start, or else.
I don't know. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
I'd go to college.
Me too.
I have the money.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know. What are you going to do?
You don't want those fries.
What are you going to do, Jack? Eat your way to college?
Really? I'm going to college on the new GI Bill. You serve full-time in the armed forces or part-time in the reserves, and you earn a lot of money for tuition.
The new GI Bill.
Are you using that pickle?
Now for young men and women in the armed forces. It's a great place to start. See your local recruiter.
10th and final round. Michael Nunn in the blue and Carl Jones
He's got to try
in the
everything,
black.
Mike. You move, baby.
Back in round 1. Jones with a left hook, landing flush on Nunn, knocked him down. Since then, it's been the boxing skills of Nunn, although it has not been exciting. In fact, it's been a yawner from the spectator point of view, but it is Nunn piling up the points and with the sizable lead here in the final round.
And if you're left with one impression, It is the excellent condition of Nunn and his cord-like legs. They just, look at this, 10th round, and he's still bipping and bopping and dancing around. Frustration written all over Carl Jones.
Give some work, Carl. Here we go.
It's depressing to think that the highlight of the fight was in the first round, and it went downhill after that.
Now, we discussed earlier the fact that Nunn has had stamina problems in the past because he is constant movement, but does not seem to be having any difficulty with his stamina here in this 10th and final round. Still on his toes, still able to dance, and still not able to punch.
Keep your hands busy, Mike. There you go.
And not trying to punch hard. He's just not putting it in there. Nice. Jones finally got him in the corner. Look at him. The guy moving him around with an illegal hold on the neck. But that's a Muhammad Ali trick. Ali did that his entire career.
And here is Jones. That's the first left hook he's attempted in many rounds.
Finally, after 9 months of 9 rounds, it feels like 9 months. At least they're giving birth to a stillbirth to a baby here of boring proportions. That's the first time that he really threw something in anger and reached for it. At least he tried.
You got 30 seconds. Get up there,
There's 30 seconds to go, and Jones still cannot get himself close enough to punch it.
Now you're believing the corner. The man is giving inaccurate times. Bertie, this has gotten to you. That's the correct time on the screen.
So I lied.
There you go, Mike. Yeah.
Michael Nunn out of Davenport, Iowa. Now living in North Hollywood, California. Carl Jones from Los Angeles will go the distance.
There you go.
In a very dull fight. Final seconds.
20 seconds. Get up there, bro.
And now the corner says 20 seconds, which is what he said 45 seconds ago.
Whatever you want to lock in, lock out, lock up, or lock down, remember, master locks are tough under tough conditions, tough under pressure, tough under fire.
You can manage your business with the Tandy 6000 from Radio Shack, a powerful multi-user system that allows your office to work together by sharing one computer with word processing and data processing for strategic planning and control. Information sharing is essential for success, and the Tandy 6000 gives you a wealth of information for sound business decisions. Tandy computers, in business, for business, only at Radio Shack Computer Centers.
Sinus congestion.
I can breathe again.
Ah, the sweet smell of success. Get it with 12-hour Nostrilla and Nostro with the one-way spray pump. It delivers a measured dose of penetrating mist every time. Squeeze sprays don't. You can't buy more effective sinus medicine. Ah, the sweet smell of success. Only 12-hour Nostrilla and Nostro regular or mild have the one-way pump. It's the most advanced relief you can give your nose.
Success. Great moments in sports are here on NBC.
Our tradition covers the sports world for all the world to see. So when America watches sports, it turns to NBC. America loves its sports. America. NBC style. America loves its sports. America. NBC style.
Back in Las Vegas, we're set for the decision. Let's go to the ring. Here's Chuck Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the decision of the judges. Judge Chuck Giampa scores 99-91. Judge Bill Graham scores 98-91. And Judge Patricia Jarman scores 98-93 for the winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated, Michael Nunn.
Clear cut for Michael Nunn, who is now 14-0, winning by decision over Carl Jones. And earlier today, in the main event, it was Robbie Sims stopping John Collins in round number 1. And Ferdy Sims looked very sharp right from the start, but Collins didn't look right. And we made a comment regarding that left eye, which did not look good.
There was a cut under that left eye that was covered by makeup. The ring doctor wiped off the makeup, said that's a cut, but it's not bad enough. We'll go ahead and let you fight. But obviously that was going to be a factor in this fight had it gone longer.
Covered by makeup?
That's right. Max factor number 3, I think he said.
All right, let's take another look at that first round, the only round of the bout, as we called it earlier. Here it is, Sims and Collins. And Robbie Sims getting set to meet in this scheduled 12-round bout. And that's a nasty-looking left eye on John Collins.
Yeah, there's a little cut under the left eye already. The commission doctor has said that he saw it, he examined it, he thought it was all right, no problem. And, of course, it will be a problem as the fight progresses because the tissue is already cut.
And Robbie Sims, like his half-brother, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, has used mostly a southpaw approach. And like Hagler, he does switch hits. Sims with good hand speed, usually in top condition. At times, he's been hurt by lack of concentration and also a vulnerable chin. Sims at 25-4 with 1 draw, 18 by knockout, and going right out at the 25-year-old John Collins. In his last fight in October in his hometown of Chicago, came up with a 5th-round knockout of Mike Landini. Collins breaking Landini's jaw. And Collins, as you may have noticed, has a contingent from the Windy City.
He can bang in this first few rounds. We're going to see some action. There goes Collins. Collins has been hit.
Sims with the left hand right on target. Collins telling his corner he's all right. And he's not all right as he is pummeled with the right hand and put down in this opening round.
Too much time left at 1:35, and Sims is steaming. He is up like I've never seen him before. But Collins always dangerous with that right hand. Remember, Collins can knock you out with 1 punch.
Coming up on 1 minute remaining in this first round, and Robbie Sims has landed on John Collins.
Long time to go with Sims as hot as he is. He is connecting solidly, and Collins is showing the effect of those punches.
A strong right hand again, followed up by the combination. This looks to be Tony Simpson all over again for John Collins.
Sure does. He is just about out on his feet. Pearl permitting him on.
The 3 knockdown rule has been waived. Collins has gone down once and in big trouble right here. And Pearl might call it. Let's see. That's it. All over. It is a first-round knockout for Robbie Sims. John Collins never got into it. And as we mentioned right at the start, both Collins and Sims have had their ups and downs. And the word from the fight crowd is that they are talking about a projected matchup with Robbie Sims going against, yes, Roberto Duran. We'll be back to get Ferdy's thoughts on that subject right after we pause for these messages.
Introducing to you first the challenger on my left, fighting out of the red corner. He is wearing black trunks with white trim, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Los Angeles, California, in the United States. He weighed in at 12 stone, 3 pounds, 171 U.S. pounds. His record includes 22 wins, 4 losses, 4 draws, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. And here is the WBC Continental America's super middleweight champion. Please welcome the challenger, Carl 911 Jones. And his opponent across the ring on my right is the defending champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red trunks with white trim, fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, by way of Kingston, Jamaica. His weight, 12 stone, 6 pounds, 174 U.S. pounds. His record, 47 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, with 35 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the 3-time world champion, tonight making the first defense of his most current title. Here is the WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, introducing Mike, the Body Snatcher McCallum. Once again, here's your referee in charge now to give instructions, Larry O'Connell.
Mike.
Yes, it does.
You had your instructions in the dressing rooms. I expect it to be a good, clean fight. I made the best man win. Good luck to both of them.
Well, the crowd is really up for this fight, and they are clearly behind the champion, Mike McCallum. There's McCallum, very steady, quality fighter. Hedgeman Lewis, the former welterweight contender, will be barking out signals as his head trainer. And we are set to go. Round 1, scheduled for 12 for the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship. Larry O'Connell of London, England, is the 3rd man of the ring. McCallum in the all-red trunks, Jones in the black trunks with the white trim.
McCallum wasting no time with that strong jab. He came out, put one to the stomach and one to the head, landed both of them, and then followed with a hook. He's not wasting time.
You won't get flash from McCallum. Great experience, excellent ring technician. His trademark, the resounding body shots, thus the nickname, the Body Snatcher, given to him while sparring with Tommy Hearns.
Look at the ease with which he lands jabs, to the stomach. That's a dangerous punch. I mean, guys get knocked out from throwing that, and he throws it like it's nothing. I mean, and it lands with force.
He can take the steam out of his opponent, inflicting severe punishment. He is a crisp puncher. There's that jab he told us about. He's going to use it a lot.
Carl Jones looks a little stiff, a little intimidated. Oh, nice hard hook by McCallum. A little stiff, no motion. His legs look dead. Ooh, nice right hand by Carl Jones.
Carl Jones, who describes himself as a boxer puncher, as most fighters do, but added to us, lately I've been dragging my right foot and doing more straight brawling. He calls his left hook his best weapon, but he's been working on the right hand as well. Well, Carl Jones gets off the best punch so far.
Yeah, that was a strong, strong punch. But again, McCallum was leaning away from it when he threw it. So, you know, this guy is so clever. You can't discount the defensive brilliance of Mike McCallum.
He is so good with his jab to the midsection. He does it almost casually, but effectively. He's a very calm yet busy fighter and has no mercy. That is the book on McCallum.
Carl is punching very hard, trying to hope to get lucky in this first round.
As mentioned before, when he sparred with McCallum 2.5 years ago, he told us he didn't learn anything from that experience because he said he was there in body only, not in mind.
He's had all kind of problems. He's straightened himself out this far to get here and challenge for the titles. You have to admire Carl Jones. He's workmanlike. He's gotten rid of a few bad habits, and here he is, so you got to admire him.
Yes, he has turned his life around after being destitute, unemployed. He's trying to get his son back, as Bruce Beck chronicled back in New York. Less than 30 seconds remaining in the round.
Just keep your eye on that jab. This is the way a jab should work. For all you guys that want to learn boxing, try to copy Mike McCallum. There's a jab to the stomach. There's a jab up above. There's a right hand under the heart. I mean, the guy just relentless.
So time winding down on the opening round here at the London Arena. Mike McCallum in his first defense of the title.
And no problem there. Mike McCallum wins it handily, although one of the best punches of that round was by Carl Jones.
And Bertie, as we say every time we cross the big pond here into England, they aren't allowed to mic the corners, so we'll have to read lips.
I think the lips we'll read is on McCallum's corner, where Hedgeman Lewis, who is, by the way, this is his birthday. This is the birthday of Hedgeman Lewis, and all you guys at home try to guess his age, you'll miss it by 10 years. A young-looking guy.
The question is, who's older, Hedgeman Lewis or Mike McCallum?
That's what I told him. I said, you keep on going, these guys are going to pass you.
That's why McCallum used Eddie Futz for all those years. You couldn't tell who was older.
You couldn't get there.
Here's Carl Jones.
They can't say much to this guy, except you're doing all right. Just try to keep landing that one punch.
Mario Macias is the trainer. He also uses Roger Mayweather and Cornelius Boza Edwards.
There is a really fine fighter. Cornelius Boza Edwards gave it all he had every time. Mayweather's very, very good fighter also, but Boza Edwards, there wasn't a fight you went to one of his fights that didn't turn out to be a brawl. He was great.
Jones unrated in this division. His first world title shot. He's in the black trunks, round 2. He won the WBC Continental America's crown in May of '94. After 10 close rounds against southpaw Kevin Fullerton, Jones suffered a flash knockdown of the 11th, needed at least a knockdown of the 12th to win, and he got it.
He's going to have to try to counter these jabs. He's got to do something to stop him. He can't block them. He better start countering. Go to the body, get inside, do something, because he's standing out here. He is right in McCallum territory. That's where he wants.
Jones with the jab. There's a right hand by McCallum, guarded well by Jones.
Even at this age, the reflexes are amazing on Mike McCallum. Really, at this age, he should have slowed down.
I think it's that Brooklyn air myself.
He lives well, and he is dedicated to becoming part of history. He really is. He wants to be part of boxing history, considered a great champion.
At this rate, he'll make it.
Yeah, he's on the way in my book.
As mentioned, he got the nickname the Body Snatcher from Tommy Hearns. He never actually fought Tommy Hearns or Roberto Duran, and perhaps they were smart in staying away from McCallum.
That would have been beautiful matches, but McCallum's only problem in boxing has been managerial. He just couldn't get himself together. He kept getting rid of managers. That was bad on his part, but he's on track now.
Midway through round 2, scheduled for 12. It's been pretty close to this point. McCallum having a little bit of an edge.
And we should note, you and I, that he has no love handles. Oh, nice right hand.
Now he's got a big edge. McCallum with a huge right hand. Now going to the body end of the head. And here's that relentless attack that we talked about. Let's see if Jones can stay away. Blood coming from the nostrils of Jones.
Remember, we're in England. They will stop a fight here.
A left hook by Mike McCallum, followed by uppercuts. A barrage by McCallum as the crowd really gets into it.
Oh, is he a killer or what? He just picks this guy apart. He's not throwing anything useless here. Everything counts. What an attack by Mike McCallum.
A blistering attack. McCallum like a shark. He sees the blood and goes in for it.
He hit him a hook, an uppercut, another hook from the other side. I mean, they're raining blows from all angles.
As the lights go up, less than 30 seconds remaining in round 2.
Jones looks very stunned indeed.
As we head for the bell, final second. Jones misses with a wild left. Very dangerous against a fighter like McCallum.
The right hand did the damage, no question. But before that, there was that waterfall of punches that hit him, of jabs. I mean, it's incredible, the attack, how varied, how strong he is.
Carl Jones living up to form, and he's getting himself into emergency conditions. His nickname is 911. Also, he is called the Arrow, but in that last round, he was more of the target than anything else. Round 3 scheduled for 12. Let's see how Jones responds.
Not much you could say to him in the corner. I mean, he's up against a guy that's got much faster reflexes and is a much better, superior boxer. That's all you can say. Maybe he'll get lucky. Maybe he can land something real strong and turn this around. That's the only chance he's got.
Well, from what I've seen, you got to fight McCallum from the angles. You cannot stand right in front of him. You're asking for trouble.
Absolutely standing in front of a cannon. You must give him angles or try to get under and try to get inside and try to get him confused and so forth. But, boy, you stand in front of him. That's target practice.
And that is exactly the case here for Mike McCallum, who comes off a very, very good round, round 2. He unleashed many, many punches, and most of them connected. And now again working the jab to the head of Carl Jones, the champion McCallum in the red trunks.
And another factor of McCallum is he's rather tireless. I mean, once you watch him fight like this, he goes like this all 12 rounds. I mean, you know, every once in a while he came in not in good shape, and he looked like he got tired around 8 or 9, but he kept right on going to 12.
And as you mentioned, he looked a bit on the flabby side in his last fight. But after watching it on television, he realized he better take some of that weight off, and he looks in tip-top condition here.
He certainly does. Age has not bothered him at all. Good right hand. Overhand right on the target.
Thumping punch by McCallum, and the crowd responds. McCallum off the unanimous decision over Australian Jeff Harding for the title in July at Bismarck, North Dakota. Midway through round 3.
A thumping body shot by each guy. I mean, when McCallum landed one, the other guy threw one just as good. So that's the first time he's been hit that hard to the body, as McCallum. Jones throwing some more body stuff. That's what he's got to do, throw that body stuff and getting close. Left and a right to the head. 2 jabs and another right. Another jab. I mean, this guy is relentless.
McCallum nailing Jones flush on the face, but fortunately for the challenger, those didn't have that much steam behind them.
Well, that's what he does so well. He pops, and all of a sudden he loads up on the right. I mean, any great fighter does that. Sugar Ray Robinson on down. That's what they do. You lull them with that little jab, and then all of a sudden bombs drop.
And Mike McCallum is doing that right now, orchestrating the attack against Carl Jones. He is in complete control. Nice head movement by McCallum.
Well, if Jones has anything left on those punches, that's the only thing that can keep McCallum off. Right now, he's just getting a beating.
McCallum 47-2-1 with 35 knockouts. Only losses, Sambo Kalambe and James Toney. His first defense of the title. Left hook by McCallum, then the combination. And Jones just stands in front and eats it. As the bell sounds to end round 3. Appreciative applause from the sophisticated crowd here in London, England.
I mean, it's an awful punch.
Seconds up, round 4. As we close in on round 4, it has been all Mike McCallum to this point.
You know, every once in a while you watch boxing for months and months and months and maybe even a year, and then all of a sudden a thing like the Foreman fight happens, and it changes everybody's thinking. Everybody says, yeah, but only one punch can change it, you know. Yeah, but you got to land it, and you got to have the force of Foreman to land it, and you got to want to get hit like the champion did, unfortunately.
Yes, Michael Moore.
Michael Moore, who looked like he had a T-shirt written, "Please take my title."
Well, Mike McCallum is all over Carl Jones. No T-shirt like that here in London.
No, his T-shirt says, "Give me your body, and I will hand you back ashes."
And also on the back it says Fountain of Youth. Carl Jones 22-4-4 with 12 knockouts out of Los Angeles. Comes off a TKO round 7 over a fighter named Laurie Gross, November of 1994 in Reno.
Oh, another right hand and a left uppercut, another left uppercut. Those uppercuts are doing some damage.
And he has Jones backpedaling into the ropes and whistles one into the midsection. Mike McCallum again canvassing Jones.
One on each side, one good body shot on each side just to balance things up.
About a minute 30 left in round number 4. It has been a systematic approach here to Mike McCallum, just taking Jones apart.
Boy, you got to give Jones credit. He's hanging in there, and when he puts punches in, he's got a lot of power to him, but they're just not landing. That a great deal due to the defensive genius of Mike McCallum.
Jones devastated several years ago by his loss to Michael Nunn. There's a big right hand by Mike McCallum. Uppercut by McCallum, once again smothering Carl Jones. Get the punches up. The warning from Larry O'Connell.
And Mike is used to that, because when you punch to the body, that's what you get told a lot during the night. That's the first time he's been told tonight.
There's that jab once again, doubling and tripling up by McCallum, setting up the right hand, but fortunately for Jones, a glancing blow. That one connected better.
Every once in a while, you can see McCallum really step on the gas, like he's trying for the knockout. He doesn't get it. He goes back to bipping and bopping, then he comes back again and turns it on.
And as usual, we are seeing just about everything from the McCallum repertoire. Oh, a shot to the midsection, and Jones goes down.
That's never been shown any better than that, what a body shot can do. That was pure body shot. That was pure body shot, and your legs say, no more, please.
And the bell sounds. It happened with 2:50 remaining. 2:50 into the round and only 10 seconds remaining in round number 4.
Now that was a prime example. That's body shot of the year. Cut right to the body and knocked him out. Knocked him down, I'm sorry. The legs dropped. Everything stopped below your waist. It's like the central nervous system says, we're out to lunch for a few minutes here. Let us get back together. Now let's watch this. Keep your eye on McCallum. There it is. Just the right, turning into an uppercut and land. Actually, it looked a little low on top of it. Let's look at it from another view and let's see. Yeah, it looked a little right on belt level. You know, right at that band.
And just seconds earlier, he had been warned by the referee for low blows. There it is. You can't see it from that angle, but the previous angle, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Wow. The first and only knockdown of the fight, provided by Mike McCallum with 10 seconds remaining in the 4th round, as Carl Jones continues to be punished. Round 5 underway.
And the other thing that's happening to the hapless Jones is his face is beginning to lump up. His eyes are beginning to close, especially the left eye is beginning to close up. And where he hurts the most, you don't see any lumps, and that's his body. You don't see the lumps. Those are inside.
Well, once again, Carl Jones in a come-from-behind situation, only this time, the man in front of him is the quality Mike McCallum. He's never fought anybody like this before. Again to the midsection, almost a low blow. McCallum unleashes a hard left hook. Working the jab, hitting him with the right. Everything.
McCallum looks like he wants to finish this night. The last round, he was really trying in spurts to put him out. This time, it looks like his corner said, okay, let's get out of here. This is enough of this.
Jones may have underestimated Mike McCallum. He thought McCallum was over the hill, feeling that perhaps he couldn't put people away anymore. He might be thinking differently right now.
Is that called whistling in the dark?
Yes. Oh, what a right hand by McCallum, followed by a combination uppercut. And again, McCallum goes to work. Beautiful feinting, too, by McCallum. It looks like he's going downstairs, and then he opens up his gloves, and he goes right through the middle.
It's incredible what he does. I mean, he truly is an incredible fighting machine. He just fakes you, feints you. He goes one way, goes the other, and he throws a punch, an uppercut lands. He's just a thing of beauty right now. You're watching a master at work. That's all I can say. Open-mouth admiration of this guy's performance.
Jones tried to answer, but you can also see the good chin on McCallum. Didn't even flinch. Beautiful jab again by McCallum. A work of art.
What you're seeing here is great work by a great champion against a great journeyman who is just not in his class.
He is just being totally outmaneuvered, outclassed. Good left hand there by Jones that sends McCallum back just a hair.
This is one way, but every once in a while you get the hope, you get the thought. Look, a nice right hand by Jones, and he throws it hard. It's not like he's not got the punch anymore.
It has been one and done, though, for Jones. He doesn't follow up with it.
Yeah, he seems to be so surprised when it lands.
Yes.
He's been hitting air all night long.
Then he takes a step back. Less than 30 seconds remaining in the 5th round. World Championship fight.
That's what the old cornermen say. You hit him once and you step back to look at your pretty work. Don't do that. Keep on coming.
Don't admire your work.
Keep on coming. And that's what McCallum does.
McCallum knows only one direction, that is forward. He continues to advance on the challenger, Carl Jones. Final seconds, and there's your bell. Round 5 in the books.
Jabs in a row. It's incredible that they all landed with force. And now, here comes Jones back with one good right hand. But, as you said, he stops, and he looks. And he says, hey, wasn't that pretty? And he doesn't fight anymore.
All right, Ferdy, round 6. In round 5, a very game Carl Jones kept throwing punches. Unfortunately, he was taking even more. He was knocked down late in the 4th round. A great shot to the midsection, and he went down like a thud. So now round 6. It has been all Mike McCallum. Mike McCallum in his first title defense, the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship, which he won from Aussie Jeff Harding back in July in North Dakota. It is the first ever world title shot for Carl Jones. That is a powerful left jab, not a probing left jab. That one had meaning.
And he caught him flat-footed. He caught Jones flat-footed so that it was more power to it, yet he didn't even give with it. He just got shocked back by it.
A wide left hook by Carl Jones. That's dangerous. Leaves himself open.
Look at this. Look how many times the jab lands. I mean, that's almost inhuman.
A one-sided affair. But again, we reiterate, a game Carl Jones hanging tough, but taking a lot of punishment.
Now you think of guys in boxing whose jab control people. Sonny Liston almost knocked people out with a jab. Ali certainly. Louis Rodriguez certainly. Sugar Ray Robbins certainly. Larry Holmes kept the championship going on a jab. And maybe the hardest jab, Joe Louis, could kill you with this jab. So you're looking at a weapon that's really necessary if you're going to be a great champion.
Jones missing with that left. They just clunked bodies. Again, there is that jab by Mike McCallum. McCallum looks to be in exquisite condition.
It's just the legs are dead on Jones. Have been since the first round. He just doesn't know how to move. He stands parallel with his legs parallel, meaning that if you get hit, you really get the full power instead of being able to rock back and forth. Plus, he's got some kind of bandage on his knee. That's always depressing to see a guy with bandages on him when he comes to fight for the title. About the only chance he's got here is if Mike McCallum gets bored. And that ain't going to happen.
Now he's gone too far. They say he's closer to 40, listed at 38. Mike McCallum, less than 30 seconds remaining in round number 6, scheduled for 12. Again, Jones being backed up by the left jab, the stiff jab of Mike McCallum. McCallum's holding back the right for the moment. Continuing with the jab. There's the right, but it was blocked by the glove of Jones. Now combination to the head by McCallum, working the head.
He's hitting him like the light bag, like you hit the light bag. I mean, it looks like what Bobby Ches does to the light bag in the gym.
So round 6 is history. Let's get some comments from our New York studio, Bruce Beck and Bobby Ches. Bruce? All right, thank you very much, Bruce. It is round 7 here in the East End of London. Mike McCallum has had his way. He has knocked Jones down once. That was late in the 4th round.
And knocked him down with a body punch. If anybody is just joining us, a beautiful body punch to the midsection right at belt level. Took the legs out from under Jones, and down he went.
Every round has been controlled by Mike McCallum, who is clearly throwing a shutout. But you gotta believe he is looking to put this man away once and for all. A little bit of a low blow there by McCallum, but overlooked by Larry O'Connell, who warned him a couple of rounds ago. Now he goes upstairs again. Flush on the face. Oh, a combination by McCallum. Now uppercuts, but Jones continues to stand. Another combination by McCallum to the face of Carl Jones. Hard right hand by McCallum. And now O'Connell steps in. He steps in, and it is all...
the celebrity trainers voted best in LA.
SteeleBoxer, the kickboxing capital of Southern California.
You know, I wonder if this really works.
Get ready for the hottest private boxing kickboxing workout in town.
Melt those pounds away and get the body you always wanted.
This video is designed so that you can do the routines alone or use training equipment such as SparPro, as well as ringside boxing gear. You can also work with a partner, holding focus pads, or train in a controlled sparring situation.
We guide you personally as you do each routine. It's just like having a private trainer in your own living room speaking to you one-on-one.
Stay in the middle.
Let's get ready for weights. Routine 1. Use the lightest weight you have to warm up, 1 or 2 pounds. Now we're going to start with the shoulders. The basic exercise is the press. Push the hands straight up over the head, breathing out every time you raise your arms. At level of the boxing kickboxing round. This should be done only after you feel confident that you can do the beginner level. Review the technique section for proper form. Do all of the routines slowly at first to familiarize yourself with the combinations so that you can progress at your own level.
3.
Jab, cross, up, up, jab, cross.
4. 5.
Jab, cross, up, up, jab, cross.
Right side. 1.
Jab, cross, up, up, jab, cross.
2. 3.
Jab, cross, up, jab, cross.
4. Left side. 1.
Jab, front kick, lead roundhouse, side kick.
2.
Jab, cross, rear roundhouse, side kick.
3.
Jab, lead roundhouse, side kick. Get the feeling of living the fantasy in the ring. User-friendly for all of you first-time boxing, kickboxing beginners, and challenging enough for all of you advanced fitness buffs. Definitely not the same old thing. No boredom allowed with the SteeleBoxing training.
Use the lightest weight you have to warm up, 1 or 2 pounds. Now we're going to start with the shoulders. The basic exercise is the press. Push the hands straight up over the head, breathing out every time you raise your arms for a 5 count. The next exercise is the bicep curl. Bend the arm and curl the weight up to your shoulders and then straight down in a smooth, even pattern. To lean out and sculpt the shoulders, we do a flying motion. While keeping the arms slightly bent, raise them out to the side, shoulder height, and then back down again. Now we're going to stretch. This move will stretch your legs, waist, arms, and shoulders. Sit with your legs apart and bend from the waist, arms straight, and hands clasped together on a 5 count. Now touch your toes with your hands, left side, right side, and center.
1.
Jab, cross, up, up, jab, cross.
2. 3.
Jab, cross, up, jab, cross.
4. 5.
Jab, cross, up, jab, cross.
5.
Cross, up, cross, hook.
Right side. 1.
Cross, up, cross, hook.
2. 3.
Cross, up, cross, hook.
4. 5.
Cross, up, cross, hook.
Get ready for the hottest private boxing kickboxing workout in town.
Congratulations. Did you think you were going to win?
Ah, absolutely. I never thought for a moment I would lose. This kind of workout always produces a winner. Get the feeling of living the fantasy in the ring. User-friendly for all of you first-time boxing, kickboxing beginners, and challenging enough for all of you advanced fitness buffs. Melt those pounds away and get the body you always wanted.
Okay, give yourself a pat on the back. You finished. No, better yet, with this workout, you're the winner.
SteeleBoxer, the kickboxing capital of Southern California.
Remember, we have to meet 2 to 3 times a week to see results. It's lonely in here without a workout partner, and Pebbles and I do not handle rejection well. So we'll be looking for you. See you soon. Bye-bye.
1.
Cross up.
2. 3.
Cross up.
4. 5.
Cross up.
Right side 1.
Cross up.
2. 3.
Cross up.
4. 5.
Cross up.
Left side 1.
Cross up, cross.
2. 3.
Cross up, cross.
4. 5.
Cross up, cross.
Right side 1.
Cross up, cross.
2. 3.
Cross up, cross.
4. 5.
Cross up, cross.
Left side 1.
Cross up, cross hook.
2. 3.
Cross up, cross hook.
4. 5.
Cross up, cross hook.
Right side 1.
Cross up, cross hook.
2. 3.
Cross up, cross hook.
4. 5.
Cross up, cross hook.
4. 5.
Cross up, cross.
Right side 1.
Cross up, cross.
2. 3.
Cross up, cross.
4. 5.
Cross up, cross.
Left side 1.
Cross up, cross hook.
2. 3.
Cross up, cross hook.
4. 5.
Cross up, cross hook.
Right side 1.
Cross up, cross hook.
2. 3.
Cross up, cross hook.
4. 5.
Cross up, cross hook.
Round fight. Every 4 rounds increasing in intensity. Let's have no creative excuses, bad technique, or just plain wimping out.
Our punching combination today is going to be cross up, jab, cross hook. And our kickboxing combination is going to be 5 aside, adding on a jab, cross, lead, roundhouse.
Train alone or use boxing equipment. An incredible workout just by doing the moves properly without jumping up and down. Achieve your fitness goals, lose weight, and build lean muscle while learning a sport.
Okay, come on now. Our punching combination is going to be jab up hook, jab hook hook, and jab cross hook.
Imagine yourself being trained in a real boxing gym. Finally, a series with beginner, intermediate, and advanced workouts. Not only progressively challenging within each video, but challenging from video to video. Be entertained while you're working out. More video content than any other fitness video series. 3 separate boxing, kickboxing workouts, plus technique, stretch, and weight.
Punching combination is going to be up, up, hook, hook, and our kickboxing combination is going to be 1, 2, 3s, and we're going to add on a spinning hook kick.
Get the feeling of living the fantasy in the ring. User-friendly for all of you first-time boxing, kickboxing beginners.
and challenging enough for all of you advanced fitness buffs.
August 6th, August 4th.
Good left jab. Stink. Snap. Perfect. Snap. Left and right. They're both strong. Cross.
Too good at what you're doing. Instead of resting, walking around thinking about your child. And you gotta get through the book. You guys? Yeah.